YouTube connected. How about TikTok? TikTok connected. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of setup this stream, so forgive me. I'd like to get into, we might play a bit of the finals. That's also downloading right now, so that's gonna take a bit. But it's also gonna be scuffed is what it's gonna be. We could try to set up everything we can. I'm trying to set up dual format streaming on Twitch. Oh, disable backtrack. That's probably a big thing. Oh, I saved a recording. Okay. So how do we disable the backtrack? Settings, general backtrack. Okay. So if we turn that off, apparently that causes... It still doesn't like it. It still doesn't like it. Why not? You know, they say... Get Atom. Is it because it's the main canvas? No streaming, not streaming in vertical. I did the things. I even hit the button that said to do the thing. The thingamajig. Yeah, I have enhanced broadcasting turned on. So, like, why? Why does it not want to let me do vertical? Also, I want to see if, this might also crash OBS, so just be ready. We're gonna make sure YouTube vertical works. That might take a sec. I might have to set up a separate stream in YouTube for that real quick. Yeah, let me show y'all what we're working with here. So, as you can see, I am PNG tuber for now. But it's okay. We're gonna fix that. First order of business. Okay. What are we seeing here? There we go. You have some news. Maybe good, maybe bad. Nothing good or bad. Okay, share. Eat mac and cheese. Curious. Hi. Welcome in. things are a little broken, so I'm not asking Gustav about his nuts, in fact, so, you know. I forgot that it doesn't, that I had to switch the name over on Twitch, too, sorry. We're not asking Gustav about his nuts today. We may tomorrow, instead of doing VR chat, though, because I do not think this laptop will run VR chat very well. Rebuilding again, gah. Just catting. You're right, you're slightly muffled going out tomorrow. Get your laptop looked at and oil change since you weren't able to today. Oh, dang. Good luck. Good luck. Fun fact, I'm also using a laptop that has a shattered screen right now. This might crash OBS. We're hoping not. Or it might just not work at all. Honestly, it's okay if it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, so we can't go horizontal on TikTok, and can't go vertical on Twitch. That's unfortunate, but we will try to make it work over time. Guess that leaves the next big step. Oh. Not looking forward to this part, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have to reinstall Alcom. It's a application that lets you work on VR chat avatars. But it also just has really good viability for working on VNyan avatars. Pop this into applications. There we go. Create a desktop shortcut. Yes. Actually gonna start using this one. Oh, you know what, doesn't matter. It's probably fine. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Folder. There we go. Here, we create a new folder. Call it backup. There we go. So let me start by. I could probably share. Well, I don't really have another monitor, so I don't want to share like my whole display. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't have enough real estate for that. I'll just keep talking to you guys while I work through this. I'll share the Unity window when I get it open. I mean, mine's connected to a monitor right now, so, you know. I actually can't see the main screen. I can only see it on the monitor, so. Hi, Cheese. Hi, Cheese. How's it going? So, Cheese, fun story. I lost my whole streaming setup and my whole PC, for the time being, at least until Thursday. Maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. And maybe even after that. We don't know. We don't know if it's gonna, if getting the new component's gonna fix it or not. So, yeah, things are kind of high key, low key, stressful, and annoying right now. Well, I say annoying, but it's more sad than anything. But what can you do? What can you do, you know? We can only hope, and we can only cope. Also, it's not loading the Tickle Talk chat, and that's bothering me. Not supported? What do you mean not supported? What do you mean not supported? Yes, you are! Sorry, Tickle Talk. What do you mean not supported? Yes, you are. Don't worry, TikTok. I'm pulling up the TikTok chat. Oh, a person. Thank you for the rose. I can see that now. Appreciate it. Thank you, Scorch. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, this amazing art for my Sono was done by Marviator, an absolutely goated artist. I might actually ask him to make a closed-mouthed version of the open mouth that I have here, because it's kind of a stark contrast in his old versus his new art style. This is like his new style, and the purr, that's his older art style. So it's like it's a pretty big contrast. Yeah, he does great work. Have I tried putting the entire PC in a bag of rice? Okay, Blue, shut up. Shut up, man. Oh my god. Yeah, you know, I tried. I even put the whole GPU in a bag of rice, so. Vinian Avatar SDK is what I need. I gotta use their recommended version of UniVRM. There we go. If I install that and we create a new, ooh, what Unity version do I need for? What Unity version do I need for Venian SDK? .3. Great. Perfect. We're gonna call this Venian avatars. Yes. I will share the Unity screen so you can see it. Does this show the chat? It does. I can see the chat at the on a little transparent overlay. The only problem is I can't really read it on darker colors on my desktop. So I don't know if this is going to be good to have. I might need to find another way to look at my chats. And I don't know if I like that. Oh. Addy Waremaster, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Toasty Bunch. I hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, just kill the process. The cam isn't on? What do you mean the cam isn't on? Neither is the sound. Oh, the music's not here. Oh, dang. What the heck? It's supposed to be. Oh, well. Let me fix that real quick. Yeah, and the cam is on. There's a reason for that. I don't know if you've been following the, there's the music. Also, why isn't the music broadcasting? Let's fix that. You look lonely. I can fix that. There we go. That brings it back. There we go. Music back. Sorry, I realized it was too quiet, and now it's not, so. Also, I need to fix my mic. I need to make it sound good again, because it probably doesn't sound very good. What takes 3 to 10 minutes? Last time it took 3 hours, so 3 and 120 minutes. Yeah. See, Blue was right. Could be 2 hours. There you go, just a blank Unity package. Oh, I need to install with the Unity Hub. The Unity version I need. W. There you go. I hate installing new Unity versions too. This could take anywhere between like 3 to 5 ever. Hi Titan, welcome back. Trusted Titan. Yeah. You've been on the same frame for 24. Oh god. Well, yeah. Wait, no? Hold on. You should be seeing like my PNG tuber move. Also, I have StreamerBot on this laptop now, so we can do some StreamerBot stuff while we wait for that. So I can share that because I wish I gotta start saving like my bots that I make on external drives because I wish I saved that spotty bot that I made. I wish I had a backup of it right now, because that would be so cool to be able to set that up again. I'm gonna actually make a synced folder, a cloud synced folder of all my OBS assets, so if I ever lose my PC again, and I happen to get something new, I can just, like, re-download the synced folder, and it'll have all of my assets and, like, the StreamerBot ready, profile just a click away. And also, like, the OBS profile and scenes. So, like, I can transfer between any PC. That's the goal. I really need to start future-proofing, like, the moment I get my PC back. Maku, what the heck? My paws are nowhere invisible. Invisibility. Toes. Kyudo, welcome back. What the heckies? Explode the park that the township renovated? I mean, I can't say you should, but your life is your own. Yeah, Krillian, you might just refresh your browser. Or restart your app, whatever you're using. Oh, welcome. I mean, sorry. Welcome in. Yeah, so if you didn't know, my PC died. So, I need to fix the Tickle Talk stuff too real quick, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna make a new vertical scene for gaming. We're gonna change this one to idle. We're gonna link it to idle. Idle to idle, bam, and then we're gonna link gaming to gaming, and then we're gonna start importing sources. We're gonna import a image source, clock tower. We're gonna bring that right here. We're gonna scale it. And bam, there we go. Lock it in place. We're going to add a new image. Actually gonna add me. Boom. PNG. Probably not have me be that big. Maybe like this big. There we go. Now you can like see me move around and stuff. And next we need, lock that in place. Next we need a chat. Bam. Boom. Bam. Doom. Gotta make it a little smaller because we need space for the window that's gonna be there eventually. Hopefully that's not too small. It's a little small. We'll make it a little bigger and we can tuck it up here a little. Nah, it looks good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how are we on the... Yeah, Unity's gonna take a sec. It's okay, because there is something I can share. I think. I'll give you something actually to look at. Something that I think is really cool. We need a window capture, and we're just gonna call it window capture, select window StreamerBot. Boom. Okay, so we have StreamerBot open. Let me show you how StreamerBot works. This is really cool. So something I need to set up first is like the rupee redeem. So I'm gonna show you how we set up the redeems and stuff. Event feed. Oh, interesting. Right. I need to start adding scenes for this, and the first thing I need to do is make one that's called StreamerBot. that. Now we need to add a new scene called Rupee. Boom. Okay, now let me show you, actually. Let me show you. So to Rupee, we're going to, well, first I need to go get the assets that I need for this. Stream stuff, OBS resources, and then I have another thing for my recovered stuff from my drive. Stream stuff, stream images. Right, I have 2 folders for this. This is in Arts and Pics, stream images. I have a rupee counter asset. Boom. We can set up for the rupees. Because I like the rupees. I'll make it nice and big. So the first thing we need is a rupee PNG. Right. And then we need to set 2 text sources. The first one's going to be rupee count. We're going to put it at like 123 for now. I wish I still had the Hyrule font. I feel like there's like a specific font. That's not it. Oh, that's not anything. Oh, that's blurry. Still blurry. Why is it so blurry? Why did it just get so blurry? Let's just keep Arial for now. Let's just keep Arial regular for now. Oh my god. That was just a freaking tiny font, I guess. Microscopic font, anyone? Just keep it Arial. Can I make it like bold at least? Yeah, let's make it. Oh. Very bold. Yes. Perfect. Nice and big. Right? So we lock these in place, and then we need to make one called Rupee Max. Because, you know, it maxes out at 200. We need to make it green. Okay. Now we basically just make it overlap this guy. Get a little bigger. There we go. It's about the same size, I'd say. There we go. And now I just will swap between these 2, depending on how many we need. Now if we go back over to StreamerBot, we can use these assets that I've just made, right? So we already have, if I go to platforms, Twitch, channel points, we already have all the redeems here. They're just kind of unsightly, unsorted. So we're gonna do some sorting too. We're gonna find a rupee, which is enabled but broken, so don't use it yet. We're gonna edit it, add it to a group, add it to its own group called rupee. Boink. There we go. So now it's down here in its own little groupie. Cool. Let me catch up on that in the chatteroo, sorry. Ask when gay people will be accepted in society. Yeah, he's gonna... Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. What? What do you mean? When you ask if when gay people will be accepted in society? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I get it now. Sorry, I'm a little slow. Unity's gonna take a sec. Yeah, it always does. As much as I hate it. As much as I hate it taking so long. It'll always come around when we need it the most. Just like the Avatar. Right? Should get spare external storage just for stream objects. I mean, the problem is using an external storage device for stream objects can slow down my it slows down StreamerBot for one. Oh, that's why. Whoops. No. Please do install Visual Studio. Dang it. I gotta restart the Unity thing, don't I? There we go. Oh. Okay, no, it just finished. Let's do the rupee redeem real quick though. So all we have to do is add an action, call it rupee, and oops, rupee, and then we'll add it to group. This will be OBS, right? And now all we need it to do is be triggered by, oh, actually we'll do that last. We need to add an OBS studio action, source, set source active state. There we go. We need scene connection. Oh, I haven't connected OBS yet. Hold on. You're not allowed to look at this part. Streaming apps, OBS. Add OBS. WebSocket, there we go. Apply. Yes. Connect. It should connect. Oh, there we go. I had to do this. Boink. That should connect us right around. Hopefully. Oh, that's why I typed the password wrong. I'm so smart. There we go. Now it's connected. Okay, now I can show you things again. Okay, so what we need to do actually is create a global variable, which I don't think you can see in this part. You know what, I can just share the whole screen, it's fine. There you go. Just take a gander. So, we have these global variables here. We can create a global variable. We'll call this rupee, we'll call this a rupee count. And its value will start at 0. We don't want to enable auto type because it's a string. We want it to remain, well, I mean, it's an int, but what does it matter? It parses it as a string, that's fine. So what we need now is to get a core global get. It will get the variable name. It will be set to rupee count, and the destination variable, actually, let me make sure this is, what did I do with it? We're actually going to do this in like Pascal case. I can't rename it. Oh, we're gonna have to redo it then. Boink. Yeah, get rid of that guy. It's gonna be Ruby count. Set it to 0 by default, and then we can add a core global get. Ruby count in all lowercase, and we'll use the Pascal case here. And I don't think it needs a default value. Yeah, okay. And now we need to add a... Well, first thing actually we need to do is do a core global set. We need to set first. We need to set we count. Hopefully this is right. We need it to increment by 1. And then we need it to get the global value. So if we add a test here, we should be able to see it goes up by 1. Oh! Okay, well, delete. This is backwards, so we need to take this and then convert it to lowercase. Now the reason we do this is so we can use it because, actually I have to turn down Spotify one second. I can just do that on my end. There we go. The reason we do this is because we can't use this as a viewable variable in StreamerBot actions because it just can't read those. It just can't read the global variable itself. So we get the global variable and we assign it to a name that we can use as a variable within StreamerBot actions. So it's an action-based variable now, which is really cool. And then we can use that action-based variable. Core, actually we're looking at OBS here, source, set GDI text. We set rupee count to that variable that we made. And we define that variable in parentheses here. So, see, it has the example. You could use like target user, set the text target name, and add a target action info if it exists. That all doesn't really matter, but we have rupee count. So now, if we go back to here and open up the rupee that I made, and we look at this, and we run a test real quick, test, we should see it's now 2, which is the same value that the global variable has. Cool. Now, what we're missing is it needs to turn it on, and then it needs to turn it back off after a time. So we can do that with a OBS Studio source set source visibility state, and we can take that rupee and rupee count and set it to visible. And we can do the same thing with the rupee counter.png, and we can, okay, so we do want it to update the text before it shows. Not that it matters because it'll all happen at the same time, but we do still want order of events to be important here. So it updates the text before it shows the text. That's not super essential, but it's probably important just to have it like syntaxed in a way that makes sense, you know? And then for now, because I don't have the rupee sound, we can go get that in a little bit, but for now we can just add a delay of like 2 seconds. It's in milliseconds, so 2000 milliseconds, 2 seconds. And then we can just duplicate these and set them to hidden. So after 2 seconds, they hide again. So now if we want to test this, oh, you can't see, sorry. Let me get back up here. Now if we want to test this, shoot, I gotta add a new scene for gaming. Overlay. So, and within gaming overlay, whoops, we need to add nested scene rupee. And then we put that into here. Like this. And now this shows our little overlay guy, right? Here, let me make this a little easier to look at. There we go. What are y'all saying? What are y'all saying? Hello. What do you mean one man make us stare at one frame? You're the only one staring at it. Have you refreshed your browser yet, Krillian? Or have you refreshed your app? Because I think it's literally just you. So we can actually go into studio mode and go into rupee. Actually, we can go into gaming overlay, and that's the point of gaming overlay actually is right. Okay, so we don't want gaming overlay to be the tiny one. We actually go into studio mode, then we go into the gaming overlay, and we can use this to adjust where our overlay's set. Right? It's good stuff if you want to be like a streamer. We can adjust this to be like, and I might actually adjust it within rupee now because I kind of want it to like sit at the bottom, so it's a little easier to line up at the bottom, like this. And we'll line this up with that too. Just a touch big. There we go. That's close enough. It's about as good as it needs to get. And then when we go back into gaming overlay, this is now a lot easier to move around to make it look clean. There we go. So now it's right where it needs to be. So now we have a working setup. But like, what we're missing is the logic of like, what if it gets to 200? There we go. So all we need to do to fix that is add a core logic if else. If input rupee count exceeds, if it's greater than a value of 199, this means we include 199, and anything over that we'll add a different action. If this is true, we gotta move all of these into the true result. Or, actually, it's gotta be less than 200. Less than 200. We move all these into the true result. It will just increment it by 1. Show the rupees. Right, we want these to be after the GDI text. Then we need the delay. There we go. If it's true, it will run through this state. And if it's false, then it does a whole other set of actions. Which includes OBS Studio, sources, set source visibility state. It needs to set rupee max to visible, and it needs to set. We can actually just duplicate this with Control D, and just make sure everything. It needs to set rupee count to hidden, and it needs to set the rupee PNG to visible. Then it needs to shoot out a Twitch message. Send announcement. So we need to do user has, or user has just filled the rupee wallet. Congratulations. Congratulation. How do you spell congrats? Yeah, we'll just do congrats because I can't spell right now. You get a free gift sub. If you already have a sub, one will be gifted randomly or to a chatter of your choosing. Cool. So it'll just send that, and it uses user. It takes the variable user whenever somebody uses a redeem. It just takes their username as user, so we can use that. It can't use it yet until we you know, have it, until we have a redeem here, but we'll just have that there, and it'll work whenever we do put the redeem in. So, and it would play like a fanfare or something. Go ding. Usually it would. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all it needs to do. Oh yeah, and it needs to, there's one more thing it needs to do. It needs to Twitch, it's Twitch rewards set enabled state, and it needs to take rupee. I know there's a lot here, and it needs to disable it. There we go. So if it is 200 or more, it does this. We also need to add core delay here at the end for about 100 milliseconds. So if two people redeem it at the same time, it'll just block it. Same here. We need to add a 100 millisecond delay. And then in order to make this so it's not redeemed a million times at once, all we need to do is make a queue. So we can do a queue. We can make a new queue. Call it rupee count. A rupee. We can make it blocking, so it blocks. It blocks every redeem until it blocks the next redeem until the current redeem has run. That's how it works, and we can put this in that queue. And that's about the be-all end-all. Then we just add Twitch channel reward redemption, and then we just add rupee, and it should work. There you go. We can now remove this trigger. There you go. If you want to try testing it out now, it should work. Ain't that neat? Hi, Dev. There's no screen display on TikTok. I know. We're studying stuff. We're fixing stuff. Things are broken right now. You'll be able to see what's next, though. That's for sure. Okay, so now I should be able to open. And restart outcome. Okay. You'll be able to see me recreate the VTuber model, because that's what we need to do next, which is going to be annoying. But, you know, it's what you gotta do. Basically gotta redo it from scratch, but that's okay, because Vignon, I found a cool thing about Vignon that makes it so much, it's gonna actually look better than the one I had before, for this reason, so it's gonna be better. Yeah, don't worry, it'll be fixed, you'll see. Vsauce just uploaded, hold on, wait, I need to see, I love Vsauce. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Riding a bicycle. You're telling everyone about nothing! I know. Okay, it's okay. Michael here. How many Michael? How many sauce? You lied to me. You lied to me. Vsauce did not just upload. Who do you think today's Vsauce is? Who's today's Michael Vsauce? But yeah, that's how redeems work. If you didn't know, that's how I set up redeems, and they're very complicated. I'm actually gonna do a test redeem real quick just to make sure it works. Doink, and it does. Look at that. Boom. Rupee up. Now you can redeem. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, I will say that's pretty good. Right there. We did that all at one streamy. All it's missing is the sounds. It's still max 20 per person. Don't worry. Hey, Unity is open. I love Unity. Alright, here we go. Because the... Sorry. Because the TikTok people so desperately want to see as well. Window capture. Boom. You can see Unity too. Move that, blue these guys, and make it sizable. Also, my laptop has a wider resolution, so apologies in advance for that. Things will look a little wide. There you go, you should be able to see now. Alright, let's get started. So what we need right now is the Vinian SDK to be installed first. Did it not install all the way? Why not? It did. Oh, it just doesn't show that it's a Unity package. So we can just import that. And I also have to install Vinian itself. Real quickies. You are going to get extracted to applications, to a new folder. Well, actually, I don't need to make the folder, it'll make itself. Boom. Select. There you go. So now it'll actually give us everything we need. It'll give us a UniVRM.104 prereq. I think that's all we really need to make this work. And also we need to get the Mayu by Azuki. So it's on my Gumroad. I don't remember Azuki's actual website, and it's always linked through the Gumroad, so that's cool. Gonna go grab that real quick, don't mind me. Which password did I use here? Incorrect. Okay, well that wasn't that one. Uh-oh. That was it. Huh. Alright, well, 2-pack. Nice. Logged in. Yeah, baby. I have access to all my stuff again. Mine is right at the top. Bing bong! Be back in full action next week. Oh, heck yeah, Dev. So will I. So will I. Maybe we should collab when we're both back in full action. Either way. If you're heading out, have a good night. If you're not, hi. The Daily Meower is going to take a bit to set up. The Daily Meower has a lot in it. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a lot more than you think it is. We cannot set that up like in 10 minutes like we did with the Rupee. The Rupee was kind of just a demo to show you that like how one of the redeems goes. And also just to give you something again. Because unfortunately, redeems are hard. Because in order to set up the Meow redeem, products refer to an API that's been changed. These can be updated automatically. Yeah, just update that. That's fine. Should be fine. So the Meower redeem lets you do the Meower, and then it takes your username and it adds that to a compiled list of people who've redeemed the Daily Meower. So it gives a assigned value to your username of like that how many times you redeemed it over time. And that lets you pull the exclamation point meower command that tells you how many times you've meowered. And then it parses every single person who's redeemed the Daily Meower and takes the top 3 meowers. And it compares that with, well, first it compares like every time you redeem the Daily Meower, it compares your meower count with the person in third. And then it compares, and then if you have more than the person in third, it compares you with the person in second. And if you have more than, well, then it replaces you with the person in third. And then it compares if you have more than the person in second. And then it swaps you if you have more than, if you're in third and you have more than the person in second. And then it does the same thing with the person in first. And then it kicks the person in third out. So there's a whole bunch of like if-else statements that go into that, and you have to have like 6 different variables to call for not only like the person in first, second, and third, their username, but you also have to like internally store their their meower count as a separate variable in order to call it with the list, because there's no way to check personal global, like to check like persisted user globals unless they are the redeemer. So in order to have like everybody who isn't you when you call the command, you need to have those stored preemptively. And that's just a lot to set up, I'm not gonna lie to you. But it will be back as soon as I can like take the time to do that, which hopefully won't be too long. Okay, so we have almost all that we need. Let me go to the As Key website. Authorize Discord. Oh my god. Oh wow. Keep scrolling. Authorize. Cool. Thank you. Oh. Oh, that's cool. They have repository links just at the ready. Because I'm gonna need all these. doesn't want to add Go Go Loco for whatever reason. That's okay. Point of tune. Add a repo. Enhanced hierarchy. Ooh, that sounds cool. I'll play around with that another day. Okay, anyway. We now have the package. Pop it in here. It's gonna be a lot to install into this. Yeah, the first thing I'm doing, since this is the second time I've had to do this, first thing I'm doing, I'm future-proofing everything. Every single asset I use for stream is getting renamed, put into a specific folder. I'm putting all the StreamerBot stuff into a folder, and it's all getting packed into this one single folder called that it's gonna be my stream stuff, and that's gonna be immediately cloud linked. So anything that goes into that folder will immediately update. Hopefully. I'm gonna find the best way I can to do something like that. I think I can just do that with like OneDrive. Because I don't use OneDrive for like anything. So if there's anything I'm gonna use it for, it'd be that. And then if I ever lose all my stuff again, it'll all be right there. Just in the cloud. And I can just like yoink it back and resume right where I left off, you know? That's why I'm glad to have this broken laptop, because when I set that up, if my PC ends up being more broken than just the graphics card, hopefully I'll get a little bit of life out of it from the new graphics card at least, if it ends up breaking again later. Enough that I can set up that failsafe. So I won't be starting back at square one. I'll be starting back. I won't have to restart at all. Everything will just be cross-communicated between my laptop and my PC. That would be, like, goals. You know? Alright. How are we banning? Possible ban evader. Actually banned. No bots. No bots allowed in here. You should know the rules. Everybody knows the rule. Hi, Kjarts. Welcome in. Okay, we should have everything we need. So first thing we can do is take as a key avatar. We don't actually need anything from here, except for the model of the Torah. This is all we need. We can do clothes and stuff too, so, you know, just know it'll all smooth out as we go. So this is where the fun part begins. Next, I need my textures, which I was smart enough to get this morning because I knew I was going to need them. Characters. Toasty. Mayu. Might be the wrong one. But we're gonna see. We're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna create a folder called Toasty, or it's Cotton now. Cotton Mayu. We're gonna create a folder for textures. Actually, we're just gonna make a materials. And then within materials, we're gonna make textures. Because I'd like them to be all in the same folder at first. And we can take our textures, we only need the two. But I also have the Mayu clothes. Textures. Oh, I apparently have another version of the hoodie. Actually, we might also just get the Goobastera up and running now that I found an easier way to do this. Alright, so, if you've wanted, I don't know if Dev's still in here, but if you wanted to make a VTuber from like a VR chat avatar, this is the way. This is like the way. You want to get an app called Vinyan. You're either going to use iFacial mocap if you have iPhone, or you're going to use an app called Meowface if you have Android, and that's going to be what you use to track your face. Those two things, face tracker on your phone, face tracking software on your PC, Vinyan, V-N-Y-A-N, and then you just need a Unity project in 2022.3. You import your avatar that you want to use. You probably want to use the FBX, because it's just going to be a lot easier and cleaner. It's going to require a little more work on your part, but that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and make some materials. You can just right-click, make material. Well, this one's going to be for the body. If you don't know Unity stuff, I would definitely recommend learning Unity stuff first. Then we're going to duplicate it, Control-D to duplicate. We're going to rename this one head, F2, hotkey to rename. Then we're going to go ahead, change the albedo to, what the heck is? Oh, right, because we renamed it. It is a different source. There we go. There we go. And you're going to notice their eyes are white. That's because we need a transparency over the eyes. So we're going to right-click, call this one specular. We're going to remove this. You can just click on the albedo and click delete. And we're going to change it to a transparent. And then we're going to change the alpha down to like nothing. And just drag that over there. And as you can see, boom, it's a toaster. Now there's something I'm missing. We're actually going to find that in Azaki Tiger, Mayu, Avatar, Textures. We need the lens alpha. And also anything else we might need. We could get like the blush too. That'd be cute to have, right? That just looks like a butt. But yeah, the normal map would probably be good. For now, let's just grab these. You can just Control-C, back to our main folder, pop those in here, just for now. And then we have the, we're actually going to change this to... So in order to export a VRM, you need to be using the Mtoon shaders. They only work with Mtoon. So it's going to look a little jank for a sec. But we're going to change these back to Poyomi as soon as we're done here. So, you know, just be aware of that. It's not permanent. It's not a permanent change. We can have the transparency back here. We can bring the alpha back up a little bit. And then we can use this as the alpha color. And that creates that little shine effect. And it looks brokey. Yes, it looks brokey. That will be fixed when we change to Poyomi Tune. When we change back to Poyomi Tune. I am making a VRM. Yeah, well, I'm making a Vinyan avatar. But yeah, it's a VRM model. And then we're gonna like make it specifically for a Vinyan model. So you'll notice its mouth is open, its cheese is on. That's just a blend shape on the Mayu called that makes it easier to work with in Blender. But you can just like sweep up basis, invert, and fix that. They made a really simple blend shape to just correct everything, which was nice. Actually, I think it was for texturing purposes. Yeah, it's for texturing purposes is why, so you can see the inside of the mouth and the cheese at the same time. I digress. I also need to add the specific blend shapes that my avatar needs. One of those is pupil. large. We need eye pupil large to be at Yeah, there we go. That's my goober. They have big heckin' eyes. Also, you'll notice they're bald. I need to go back to Gumroad for that. There we go. And go hunt down my hair. Because I don't want to be bald. I don't want to be bald! So... unzip this real quick. Extract. Extracted downloads, it's fine. Thank you, Unity package in. Import. Hoping the hair isn't in it. If it's not, it's gonna be really awkward. Uh-oh. This would be hecka awkward. I might not have the hair saved anywhere right now. Yikes. This is bad. Yikes. I had to have saved it somewhere. Surely. No way. No way I didn't just share and save the hair anywhere. Are you sure? Oh no. How about we change gear? I don't want to be bald. But I kind of have an idea that could be really fun. You know, why use what's normal when I could just use the Goobastera. Trying to get through the Discord, that's right. Goobastera. Goobastera. I love the Goobastera. Why not just do the Goobastera, you know? Why not? Like, legitimately, why not? So I could actually do just like, we could syntax it like by character, and then by model. Might be better. Yes, I'm doing this entirely because I'm too lazy to retexture the hair, by the way. If it wasn't immediately obvious, that is exactly what I'm doing. There we go. That would be really funny to have the plink plonk be like a redeem, or you could just enable like it to like play the plink every, or like the fucking the plink plink every time I blink for like a minute or something. That'd be cute. Probably get annoying, but like, you know, that's kind of half the point, right? That's what the redeems are for, is annoying me and everybody else. Can't tell you how many people were getting annoyed over the rupee noise. But it's like, too bad. That's my favorite sound. Or keeping it. My gosh, when did we get up to 624 followers? That's insane. I just noticed that. Oh my gosh. It's so nice. It's so gratifying to me that, you know, the platform I have been wanting to put the most into, which is Twitch, I've seen so much growth in it over the last year. And that's really heartwarming to me, because it feels like for the longest time, you know, the growth is slow, growth is steady. That's the thing. That's okay. I love that. In fact, I think slow and steady growth feels really nice. But I just, my heart wasn't as in it as it has been for the last, actually 6 months now, just over. And in the last 6 months, I think we've doubled the Twitch follow number. Because of my heart, I feel so much more passionate for this hobby. And gosh, it feels so gratifying just to see so many more people pile in and enjoy this with me. Even though we hit road bumps, like losing my PC for a bit and having to start from scratch twice now. You know, I'm glad y'all are here. Thank you. Makes me feel happy. Oh, the boop. Let's go. You know, Akitsuno, if we work hard to fill the rupee wallet again, if you spend all 20 of your rupees, and we all work really hard, you can get a sub for free. And you will get access to all the emotes without having to spend a single channel point or dollar. That's what it's there for. Okay, we got the goob. Oh. Hello? Unity? Unity's bugged. Uh-oh. Unity problem. Man down. Just give it a sec. Just give it a moment. I think she's struggling a little. Oh god. Oh god. Unity's not feeling good. Oh god. Well, such is life. Such is life, am I right? Let's try that again. Oh my god. It's okay, we'll have a model before the end of the stream. Don't worry, that's the entire thing. Wow. Weepy. Oh my gosh. Compilation art. Oh no. Ignore those for now. Figure them out, I'm sure. What's causing the compilation to do this? Seppi. Where's that at? Cool. Let's just get rid of that. Don't need that. There you go. No more compiler errors, I don't think. Got the goob now. So we don't want to take the prefab, we want to take the model for the stair output. Yeah, let's make a gooba stair up. So the first thing we need to do again is make materials. And then we'll make a folder for textures that we'll use later. Let me switch the playlist. Silly music for silly kitties. Alright. Back to the drawing board. Toasty. Who's Sarah? Textures. Kinda just bam. We need the eyes, we need the ears, fluff. Actually have 2 tails for them. Okay. We just need materials. So we're gonna call this body. the difference? Oh, I changed it to have black lips, that's right, because they looked a bit more pronounced that way, and I liked that. So we're going to change them to M-Tune, and we're going to use the one with the darker lip color. Boom. And there we go. Also, let's make that shade just normal, so it doesn't, like, tint the fur. Step. We can change the directional light even to make this like not so in our face, bam, like that, but like that a little bit, you know? We can see the shading. Not that we even really need to worry about this, but I like to have super strong flash cell shading. I like it to be like super flat. No blur. I don't know why, it just really appeals to me this way. There we can, oh, that's fine. And then we just duplicate this bunch. And we find all the places that need textures. We also need a specular. So this is going to be eyes. And we need a specular. We need specular to be transparent and to not have a texture assigned to it. And to also not be super visible. Boom. Now we need to assign proper materials. So now we need to find the one that's assigned to eyes. That's one. We even take specular and just turn it off, actually. Or the shade and the color might have something to do with it. Nah. Let's just turn off the specular so they look like nice and clean. And also normally you'd take like the shading off the eyes, I believe. Yeah, make them nice and bright. Oh, that's the problem. I get it now. You want to use the body as the... Yeah, there we go, that looks a lot better. So even if we have like a little bit of shade on the eye, if we use the eye texture, should keep that color pop there. Not that it matters a ton, but there we go. We kind of have like the basis of them. Now what we're missing is the actual Gubastera like assets they have attached. So you notice on the main Gubastera, we can't see a lot of their stuff, but they have goober assets. The Lumi fluff, the ears, the tail, the cheese, the paws, and the whiskers. I want to keep all those, right? And we can. A little chutzpah, we can. So, what I'm going to do, actually, to make this super easy and simple, is we're going to unpack the Gubastera. We're going to take the goober assets and maybe even the clothes. No, we can't do it with the clothes yet. Yeah, we're just going to take the goober assets off and we're going to delete everything. And now we're just going to go one by one and keep whatever I want to keep. And then we'll assign the textures to them. So the fluff is first, so let's actually... We actually just attach all these. So, first things first, we want to make sure we remove any scripts. So we're going to have to go through every single, like, component and make sure the scripts are removed. Because that's VRC Fury components, and we don't have VRC Fury because this isn't for VR chat, you know? Hello, Levin. We're recreating my model because I lost all my models for the time being, so... All of you are silly! All of us are silly! We, you and me twin, we're silly. So we're making a new VTube model because, I prefer to have my face being tracked, honestly, and I really want the goober to have a model, so it'd be nice to set them up one, you know? So that's kind of the goal right now, and that's what we're doing. So now we can take a, like, body 3 and make that the Lumi fluff. Also remember to assign it here, and to just make sure that this isn't so deep. And then we can assign this to the fluff. Bam, then they have fluff, right? And now you'll notice their fluff has fizz root. That's a fizz bone, but we're still gonna use this. We're still gonna use all this. So we're not gonna get rid of that. But we are going to do this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna have so much involved. Holy moly. Okay. So we're gonna do now armature linking. So basically, we take... Can we just take chest out and like delete? Yeah, okay. So basically, this is what we did before VRC Fury was a thing. You would just take the armature and link it to the actual model, and you gotta do that in this case too. Go figure. Sorry, I felt like the music might be a little too loud, but now it's a little too quiet. How's that? Is that good volume, you think? I don't make the model, no, but I take a VR chat model that I use and I rig it for face tracking through like VTube stuff like VNyan or VC Face. It's really, it's just a tedious process. It's not really hard per se. Okay, so we're gonna move this to head, and that's it for now. We're gonna have to remember that Fizzroot head and Fizzroot chest are on here. But that's not something I need to worry about yet. Also, Fizzroot hips, like there's gonna be a lot we're gonna worry about. Gonna take a bit. So the Lumi fluff is now attached. So if I were to like move, I don't know, the hips, you'd see that it moves with them and the ears do not, and the whiskers do not. So that's, this is gonna be a slow process, but we're gonna do all of this. The paws aren't super necessary, but I wanna do them. We also need to look for blend shapes to remove the unwanted stuff. Face customization, body customization, revamp body. So just change the thighs? Yeah. Actually, it looks a little better like that, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, they look a lot better like that, yeah. Yeah, and we want to hide the tail, because we have a different tail. That's this tail right here. We want to hide the ears, because we have these ears here. And we want to hide, undo pause on, which, I'm not sure if there's like a fizz bone on the mesh or something. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. That's probably how it's supposed to be. So like a hide hose. Yeah. I like the default horns. There we go. I think that's all the modifications we need to do to the mesh itself, because like once we have like the you'll see, once we have the paws, this will be fluff. Once we have the paws like texture on, I'm sure it'll look a lot better. Here, now that we have like a good hex code, let's make sure we're matching that. This is all temporary for what it's worth, but you know, I like things to look good. If we drag this onto the paws, there's a little bit of stitching there. A little bit of problem, that'd be nice to correct. Let's see. It's weird, if you turn like paws on, then it like does this weird thing. see how that works. Okay. Less digi. Oh, I see. Okay, that's why. Petite feet? Oh. Shading. Oh. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. See, you can figure it out with enough time. Now we can do, like, ears. Bam. There we go. Now they're matching. And we can do, tail. Did I do the rack tail? Oh, yeah, here it is. Boom. Look at that. About as cute as can be. So let's turn off object so we can actually see. Now we need to do like part attaching. So we've already attached the fluff. Next we need to attach the ears and adjust them. So we can get rid of something like C ears. We can get rid of the extra toggles and the Fizzbones contacts we don't need to worry about. Bunny. Oh, I can make them a bunny? That's so cute. I actually have rounded ears on mine. Don't know if you've noticed. Oh, cute. I don't think mine has the extra fluff. Oh, it's fine. Doesn't look weird at all. Wide. Sharp. Oh. Okay, yeah, I like them to have a little short, tiny ears. I think they're cute. Now we need to attach this to the head. So we take this and we just attach it to the head. Boom, Lumi ears. So we'll find something on the head for ears, ear 1L, ear 1R. I think we can just attach the ear root, right? If we delete Lumi ears. Hell, if we delete the ear root, is it going to like, does this have any say over like the... Oh yeah, that's important to keep. Okay, so yeah, we just have it like that. Basically. They don't already have a setup for this, do they? If they do, I'm gonna be so sad. It's okay, I like setting it up myself anyway, but... Yeah, they do not have... They do not have a face tracking setup for the goob. Or they do have a face tracking setup, I mean, but they don't have, like a VTube setup for it. That I can see. Cool, so I'll have this setup. If anybody wants a Goobastera, if anybody has the Goobastera. Ah, thank you for popping in, Akitsuna. What's tedious? Oh, sorry, I'm checking chat here and there. I can't see it at all times. Tedious is just like slow, boring, not necessarily fun, but something you have to do, you know? That's tedious. Okay, so those are now how they should be. We should attach the tail next. Remove dead scripts. We can just take the tail root, put it on the hips, where the tail already is. We can move that under. And then we can delete tail. So only tail root exists. Actually, question. Does tail root move? It does. Remove components. Perfect. Cheese. We can, in fact, keep the cheese. We do not need cheese sender, receiver, or audio. We just need cheese. Then we can turn cheese on and off. And we can make cheese look like cheese. Like so. Call this cheese. Cheese color and cheese. Can even move the cheese. Rotate cheese. There we go. Now it looks like it's in a good spot, almost. Needs a little more rotate this way. Don't like how it's clipping into like the face here. There we go. Cheese. Almost. I really want it to be like this. Oops. don't like how it clips like that. Oh, good. There you go. That's snug. Good cheese. Good cheese right there. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. The paws are next. Like so. Don't need that. Don't need the fizz bones. We just simply attach this to hips, thighs, shin, foot, toe, there we go. Delete that. Now we simply have the mesh. Lastly, whiskers. Whiskers should be easy. Hi, Blor. Yes, yes, pitch an idea. Do, please. So the root... Okay, we're just gonna take all this and put it on the head. Actually, I'm gonna rename this from L Whisker Root to just Whisker Root. I guess it's Lumi Whisker Root, so no, it's fine. We're gonna move this to the head. Bam. Then we can remove this, and then we just have a mesh. That's cute. We can bind those. Oh, the whiskers might not be an immediate thing. Because we'd have to link them somehow. We'd have to link the blend shapes to the different face movements. I could probably hope for the best right now, but I don't know. Oh my god, cheese whiskers. There we go. I like them being like a nice deep color. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be something I tackle later. We'll see. If it looks weird on the first like update, then it's fine. So before we do anything, now we're at a point where we can run the first export. So you want to export it. If you've never done like VTube stuff before, Blor, and you'd like to get into like doing VTube compatibility stuff, this could be good to learn. So this would actually be the point where we'd add any clothes we want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a folder, call it naked. This is gonna be cotton goob naked. So this is just a prefab I'm making that has no clothes, so I don't want to add clothes to it. I can revert back to this. And then every time I add clothes, I can make a new prefab that has those clothes on it before I re-T-pose and export. It'll just make it easier. So next what we want to do, well first actually, make sure we have universal visings. These are going to be ARKit. I hope these are all, yeah, these are all ARKit, like, if they're universal, like, they'll be used by the, like, ARKit sensor, which is good. Okay. So now we have this, we can run VRM, export to VRM 0. We can make a T-pose, which you have to do if you're going to export it. That's why we want to make that version before you export it, because if we T-pose it, we'll have to, like, custom adjust the clothes to fit, and I don't want to do that. Honestly, I'm too lazy. So it's just easier to do it this way. We can screenshot to get a little, I can put that in, cotton goob thumbnail.png. The camera's in a weird spot. It's funny. Let's bring the camera over here. Let's get a proper screenshot. So I don't know why the widget's breaking, but, you know, it's fine. We can actually adjust the FOV to make it look like more screenshotty. Bring it in nice and close. Zero it on the X. Maybe make a negative 180 on the Y. Make it look a little cleaner. It's just a matter of up and down, and forward and back. We actually take the background off. And then we can redo that. Export. Screenshot. Place thumbnail. Yes. There we go. Alright, so what are your ideas? A golden kobold riding a several thousand foot tall eldritch monster with his own boss music being grim from Hollow Knight. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, a golden kobold riding atop an eldritch being sounds awesome. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That sounds so cool, of course. I'd say you run it. I'm gonna title it Cotton Goob V1. Or this is gonna be version 0, technically. 0.1. Author, Toasty. And then you can do like references if you're like sending it off, but like since it's only for me, it doesn't really matter. Meshes, blend shape, no blend shape proxy yet. Export, make sure pose freeze is enabled, and then we can export it within the project to assets, cotton, goob, and then we're gonna call this VRM because this is the raw VRM, and this is what we turn into the VN avatar. I also should have renamed it, but it's fine. It's fine, we don't gotta do that. Party fights on a platform flying through the sky. That's so cool, actually. That sounds awesome. Are they gonna have, like, quick time events, so to speak, to, like, save parts of the city? Like, to destroy, like... Can they divert, like, the fireballs plummeting towards the church? The Church of Baal. Shouldn't be so much for the window open. Close that. There we go. That's better. Okay, now we have the VRM. So now what we do, scrap this guy, drag in the VRM. You'll notice it now has scripts. these are what we're gonna work with now. Fortunately, most of the stuff that I need to do can be done for me, thanks to Vimian. We can go to Vimian Avatar, export Vimian out. We can do the Avatar setup tool, actually. Put cotton goob in there. Metadata is valid, great. Blend shape data is okay. However, we can do a blend shape analysis, general info, basic blend shapes. We can fix preset clips, which will auto-bind empty clips by any detected blend shapes that exist. Lip sync, we can do the same. It fills the visemes with stuff that's not already set in there, like consonants, because usually it only has A, E, I, O, U. But like, there are consonant lip visemes for the Goobastera, so it just auto assigns those, and it also does that with the unified expressions. Which, you know, usually you'd have to do by hand, but it's really nice that Vimian just does that for us, so we're cool now. And now we can check those, because it doesn't always do them right, so we're going to make sure that they look clean. So we have A, E, U, E, O, blink, blink. We have joy, angry, sorrow, fun. Look up, look down. So we can actually just adjust these manually too. Like if I want an angry one, I can just do like... diagonalize. Oh yeah. Can do that. We can do like... angry eyes. We do like... frown. Just a little frown. Like a sneer in there. Oh, he's so mad. He's such a mad little guy. We can snarl him a little bit if we want. I feel like that might be a little too much. So mad. What a mad little guy. Maybe snarl a little bit, and you'll be a sneer. Looks so silly. We have him smile. We have a toothy grin. I feel like if the mouth is open a little bit, it'll look more natural. Oh, it's fine. Hog. Nose wrinkle. That's funny. Yeah, that's pretty mad. I like that. We can do sorrow, which is just mimicking sad. Expressions. Sad eyes. Frown. Aw. Fun. I feel like we already know what fun has to be. Dum-dum. I feel like the mouth has to be like slightly agape too. That's so dumb looking. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh my god, he's so dumb. He's so dumb. I love him, my stupid son. He doesn't know what's real. And then we could look for like a lookup blend shape, but I don't think this has one, or it would have auto-assigned it. Yeah. Yeah, there's not really a look up or look down, look left or look right involved here. Blink L, blink R. Is there no, like, individual blinks? Huh. Interesting. There should be. Yeah, I closed L. Yeah, that's it. So we're just gonna have to like proxy these. That's fine. Does it have like the mouth funnel and stuff? No, we might have to like proxy those as well. There's Pippa. There's there's D, there's K, there's Ch, there's there's S. I look out, I look out, I look in, I look in, up right, up left, down right, down left, blink, blink, squint, eye wide, eyebrow, outer up, cheek squint, jaw open, mouth closed. Oh, that's bad. That's not what we want. So, we kind of don't want mouth closed to do anything then. Because default mouth is already closed, so. Jaw left, jaw right, jaw forward. Ooh, that's also bad. But I don't think there's going to be any reason where it's going to need to do that much, so. There's mouth funnel. Right, mouth left. Upper up right, left. Smile, frown, stretch, shrug, dimple, press, tongue out. I think that's everything we need. Just about. So we can actually proxy look up by doing I look up, right, and left at the same time. We can do look down by I look down, right, and left at the same time. We can do look left by making I left look out and I right look in. And we can do the opposite here with right by making a right look out and a left look in. There we go. We have blink L, blink R, we have blink. Yeah, I think that's everything that we need to worry about for blend shapes. And now all we need to do is export, or avatar, export Binyan avatar. And then I just have like a spot, stream stuff, or Binyan avatars. actually go and open VN after this exports. How are we doing, guys? Anybody still in here? Or are we just vibing? I'm cool with just vibing. Oh, is it not showing Unity? It should have been. I need to update the Discord bot to start auto kicking people who don't like fulfill the yeah, I'm not a robot role. I'm considering making it like 3 hours. Like if you do not click I'm not a robot within 3 hours of joining the server, then it kicks you. And it'll like send them a DM that says that. Alright, let's give this a try, shall we? I should have VN installed. Applications, VN. Make shortcuts. And then over here in the sources, we just add shoot, I need Spout to capture. Spout 2 OBS plugin. Let's leave still because they're easier. Nice. Yes, AR kit. Of course. Let me open that up. We're not doing normal. We're not doing that. I'll assign the toggles eventually. Twitch streaming platform. Item thrower. Ooh. Item throwing? Wait a minute. Channel party. Throw item. There's an item thrower? That's so funny. Confetti? There's confetti too? Sure, we'll make a confetti redeem for that too. Water? Yeah, we're just not gonna do that. Okay, so they look kind of gross, and we're gonna have to adjust that. So I gotta restart this. Make sure we're both connected to the same network. Huh. Should be working. Go to settings. Trying to figure out some background stuff, don't mind me. For this, that's crazy. Okay. I see. Hold on, I gotta do things real quick, don't mind me. Did that do the trick? Oh, I see. There we go. That should do something, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hi, Maxie. Hello, Jamay. Jamarian. Welcome in. I'm trying to figure out face tracking stuff right now, so give me a sec. For some reason, it just doesn't want to work. I might just restart VNyan. Sometimes it's just a simple restart. Oh, interesting. Image effects to spout 2 captures? Whoa. That's awesome. Yeah, it's connected to the Wi-Fi. This is connected to the Wi-Fi. Hold on. Why is it just not tracking? It's like not tracking at all. Like, everything's technically set up how it should be, so why? Why? I mean, it's not even connected to my main audio. It doesn't look like it is. There we go. That should make its mouth move. Yeah. Tracking. Maybe no. Oh, interesting. What if I use like a different... should use... Huh. Weird. It should just work. They're both connected to the same Wi-Fi. Let me try turning it off and back on and then restart it. I don't know. Oh, that's the problem. That should fix it. There we go. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. It's mirrored. Mirror try. The eyes just look a little weird.
Let's go, let's go, let's go,
Probably gonna have to do some more work on it. But, you know, I don't know how I feel about this thing. Maybe I should make its move every bit a little more, like, yeah. Its rotation range a little more. Oh my god. I just broke my neck. Okay, let me show you what I got so far. Oh, well, we're just gonna have to... That's right, I have to restart OBS if I want to show you the whole thing, so... I can show you the window while I'm setting it up. Hopefully that shows. Yeah. That's pretty good, right? Looks okay, I think, I hope. Well, let me double check something real quick. I really like how the eyes are working right now. Smoothing, turn smoothing down. There we go. Let's be snappy. Locomotion. Oh. Oh, I see. I don't like that. Gauge strength. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Doesn't have to be that careful. We'll keep the gauge strength at 1, probably. Whoops. There we go. Calibrate eyes and blinks. Oh. Turn head left. Oh, I gotta make this like... I gotta set this up real quick. Okay. We gotta do like full setup for this. Hold on. You'll get to see it when it's all set up, don't worry. But I have to do full setup for this. There we go. Calibrate eyes and blinks. Reset tracking. There we go. Keep head straight towards the camera. Eyes open. Closed. Turn head left. About 40 degrees. There we go. Me to use linked blinks. Probably lower threshold. Okay, they look a little better now here. Boom! Yeah, they're a little borky, but it's okay. It's okay. I do have to start doing some adjustments to this, which will make them look a lot better. So what we can do is go into the Gubastera mats text, and we can just yoink the mats. Like, I don't know what the materials are, like, which of the materials I should use, though. Oh, right, we need to actually import Poyomi real quick. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so this should give us Poyomi back. Which is which here? Mako. We gotta wait for that now. This music is busy. There's just something about like the face tracking itself. I might just have to adjust values on like my phone to make it feel like a lot more good. Because it doesn't feel as like, it doesn't feel as responsive as it does in like VR chat, and I really like how like goofy it is in VR chat. So I think I have to do some like adjusting to like fix that, like personal adjusting. Which I don't think should be that hard. So I think the Mako is what we want to work with here. Now we gotta wait again. So much waiting involved with the Unity stuff. Poyomi UI failed to load. Great. Doing a lot of like background loading, compiling. Has to do a ton of compiling just to tell me that it has an error. It's kind of messed. I thought this was going to be a quick stream. It ended up being a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Which I'm not complaining about. Things should definitely be in full swing tomorrow. Might try to tackle a VR chat stream. It could be fun to just run finals. Might have to finals another time after all. Alright. Yeah, So, bruh. And then it's gonna try and compile it again. That'd be crazy. Okay, yeah, failed to load. So likely what happened is that there's already a Poyomi tune in the project, so we can remove Poyomi tune from the project, which means we'll have to go through the whole process of reinstalling Poyomi tune, recompiling everything. So it's likely that in the packages we might find like a Poyomi folder or something. Something like that. It's very subby stuff. What can we do? Huh. Why can't we do Poyomi? I just have to get like a version of Poyomi off of I think we just have to do like GitHub install of it instead. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I didn't think he was just gonna pitch it all in Twitch chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, yell at him so it can be a proper lesson learned. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Spoilers! Spoiler alert! Excuse me, oh my god. I'm so sorry. Hopefully that did what it needed to. No guarantees though, yeah. The inspector will look broken. Failed to compile. Please check your console script errors. Typer namespace VRC SDK request could not be found. Are you kidding me? You have to have the SDK in here. Namespace VRC cannot be found. Are you missing using a directive or assembly reference? It's made to work with the VRChat SDK. Okay, well, we will install the SDK. Just so I can use Poyomi, that's crazy. Yeah, he forgets that you're one of the cool ones, he does. Blar thinks this is a niche corner. So sweepy. Girl and EB. This is all just waiting. I'm not good at that. I'm too impatient for this noise. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's the other problem with bringing back the daily hour. It would reset everyone's progress, and we can't have that, can we? Can't have that. Can't have that at all. I've considered, like, creating some kind of, like, event that toasts the bread. Like, it starts out as a regular piece of bread, and then it toasts, like, on some kind of chat event. I don't know what it would be yet, but I think that'd be really funny. Or really fun if, like, every stream you got to toast the bread. And, like, it was something for, like, the chatters to work towards. Maybe not like a point redeem. I think making it a point redeem would be less fun. There's already so many point redeems. I was thinking like the more chat messages that filter through, the more toasted it gets could be fun. Or like, you know, something like that. What if it, like, it reads butter? Like, the more you put butter on it, the more toasted it looks. Or, like, fire emojis. Oh my god, wouldn't it be funny if, like, it read for, like, any line that has a fire emoji on it would toast it, like, by an increment? So if you spam fire, it would start toasting the bread. That would be so... That should be it, actually. We should make it so if you spam fire, it just, like, slowly toasts the bread. If you do too many, it gets burned. yeah, it would burn the bread. So it'd be like a goal of like the chat to toast it just right. And it should have like a little thing that says just right. And a little buffer. So like I'd say like a 20 message buffer. Where like it would stay just right. And then if you just did too many, it would burn it. That'd be really fun, actually. I'm gonna write that down. Fire emojis to toast the bread. Let's see. The duelist. Oh, and a spray bottle redeem I have to work on, too. Fire emoji to toast the bread chat. That'd be really fun, yeah. Like, I'd have to make it to where it doesn't read the amount of emoji, it just reads, like, whether it has a fire emoji in it or not. And if it the do, then it start toasting. I could also make it randomize the amount that it needs every stream. Like between like maybe 100 fire emojis and like 500 or something. Or like somewhere between 100 and 200, and it would have like a 20 message buffer in like the Goldilocks zone. Could be a fun little mini game for the chat to play. Yeah. Yeah, we'll prototype that while I'm on the laptop, and if it works, then I can just port that over to the main version when we get the PC back. You know, after I've done my future proofing. It'd be cool to make the butter do something too. I just think it'd be fun. I think it'd give, like, if I gave you a reason to, like, butter the chat, you know, it could be fun. Don't know what it would do, but... I can make, like, a separate value that's, like, butter amount. Something. I don't know. No, because I'd want there to be more butter. You can never have too much butter. Maybe that'd just be, like, the little victory lap for, like, if you get it to, like, the perfect doneness. Like the fire emojis, you could just spam butter after as, like, a yippee, we did it. That would be so fun. Tornado! Oh my gosh. Hello. Heard what happened to the GPU, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Well... You know, the GPU replacement wasn't the most affordable thing. The music is loud, hold on. It wasn't the most affordable thing. I kind of plundered more than I wish I would have, but honestly, I got a really good deal on an upgraded GPU, so I'm going to be making it out with a 4070, which is pretty nice. That's pretty nice for the price I got it for. So, like, it did cost me a pretty penny, but at the end of the day, you know, what I'm getting back for it, like, makes it up tenfold, I think. As long as that's the only thing that was broken, things should be hunky-dory. There we go. Now we can just take all of these, copy them, go into here, cotton, goob, materials. We'll call this, mtune. That way it won't get in the way of these guys. Hello, YNS. Doing pretty good. How about yourself? Yeah, we were just talking about a fun chat event that could be fun. Where, like, StreamerBot, like, reads, like, a JSON parsed out by, like... Well, that's what I assume I would have to do, because I wanted to combine all the chats for this, so I'd probably just have it, like, read a JSON, like, parsed out from Caster Labs that I use to combine the chats. And then... I could, you know, you'd use butter emojis to toast the chat over the course of a stream. And then it would have, like, a randomized perfect doneness. And if you went too far over that perfect golden doneness, it would burn it. So it could be this fun little minigame for chat to, like, try not to burn the bread, but to try and get it perfect every stream. You know? It's just it's a little bit that I think would be super fun. There we go, some proper shading towards the goob. This is gonna take a sec. No mission. I'm not really a fan of the environmental either. I have to adjust the shading. You look evil. As much as I'd love to finish this tonight, I think I just really gotta, I gotta call it. I gotta take a break. I gotta stop. I'm too tired to keep going, I'm not gonna lie to you. That being said, made some good progress. I'm gonna make a new folder for scenes. And we'll get back to this soon. We can work on the toasted bread tomorrow. Alright, Adam saved. That shouldn't be too hard. We can also just have some fun in Crystalla, I think. Either way, I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna stream again tomorrow at 5 PM PST. We might test VR, but I don't know if VR is gonna do well, so, because it's like super intensive on the laptop. Oh my god. Sorry, I got deafened immediately. But, however, even, it is gonna be a good time. It is gonna be a great time. So, I do hope you'll join me. Yeah, that's it for me for today. So I'm gonna start the raid. We're gonna go raid Kin and Lycan. They look like they're vibing it out today. But you know, I have been ToastyTheCat. If you want to see more of what I do, you can check the link tree in my bio. You'll see access to all the links and all the places where all the things are. And you know, that's been it from me today. So join the raid. Spam butter in their chat, butter up their chat, and give them a good stream. They seem like a nice goober. Love their model. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for sticking around, and until tomorrow, stay toasty and good night.